Hello, everyone. It is Vacation Spags here again for a very important best ball stream because today we don't need any hero RB. We don't need any zero RB. We don't even need any anchor RBs. Today we are drafting solely based upon NFL wags with the help of our resident chat, Horn Dog Mathology. It is a special show today. We're going to do something different here. I'm terrified. So let's get right into that intro. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Splash Play, the fantasy football podcast for every game under the sun. And once again, I'm Chris Spags, joined by your new friend and mine, Mathology. Matt is what we're going to call him. I'm probably going to switch back and forth between both names. But Matt, tell the people the background here for yourself. What got you interested in creeping on Instagram models and girls who are tangentially related to football players?
Well, it's a big ocean out there. We all have, ETR and RotoViz and all them. And when we're breaking ties, we kind of want to see what they're doing outside the field. They're only seeing about 69 hours of on-field talent. What are they doing when they're sleeping? What are they doing when they're, with their significant others? So that's the type of information I like to bring to all the people out there that are trying to find all the edges out there in fantasy football.
So after Matt's been on the ship chasing stream, which some of you guys saw today, show him a little love by hitting the like button on the Splash Play channel. Of course, as we mentioned on yesterday's show, Splash Play is full-time, moving to the Splash Play channel, starting with this NFL season. So coming up at the beginning of September. So make sure you are subscribed here. And again, hit the like button here, show Mathology a little love. And what's the handle people can follow you on, Matt? Because I think it's at Mathology13, where you are giving people the hottest betting takes based, I'm sure, solely off of Instagram likes and suitable bikinis.
Yeah, I don't really do much of Twitter, so... Find me in the Deposit Kingdom Discord. Yeah.
Really, that's the real plug here. Go check out Pete's Deposit Kingdom Discord, where we have all sorts of fun and hijinks. And today's a special stream, Matt. And I'm going to actually give you the floor for a second because this is actually going to be your Underdog account that we're on today. As again, I'm moving between laptop to laptop. This is, in fact, I'm actually going to see if I can get to the tab here. This is going to be a special draft for you. In fact, you saved just for this occasion.
Yeah. This is my 69th BBM3 and last. So when we ship this thing, we can go on all the other pods next year, Spags, and we can just talk about titties the whole entire time. We don't have to, we don't have to do anything else other than just have a really good time with it. So that's what we're going to do here today.
So is your goal to actually not do another draft after you hit number 69?
Yeah, this is it. This is the end of the bet for this. Let's let it roll out. And if it hits, we know what we're doing next year.
Before we get into the draft itself, Matt, I want to ask you, because you did prepare lovingly a Google Doc for me that I can click through some names. Is there anybody you want to bring to the table here? Because on this thumbnail, I do have a mystery gal who's pixelated behind me. And as you can tell, the giveaway here is that Debo's pointing to her very enthusiastically, perhaps offering a scissor gesture, I think is what I decided from that one. Is there anybody you want to discuss here? Because I will notice, as a zero RB bro, you kind of went zero RB with your build of girlfriends as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Josh Allen a lot, but Dak Prescott's been one that I think that's been, we gotta pay attention to Dak Prescott.
All right, so let's see. Well, we'll dig into some of these guys as we go here, but let's start the draft on Underdog, of course. Play along with us using the promo code SPLASH. Double your deposit up to $100 on here. Playing Best Ball Mania, the Puppy 3, filling fast, but go check it out for yourself as we enter. And do you have any comfort, Mathology, with me here drafting for you after Pete has shown such a resistance for so long to let me draft teams on his account?
Yeah, you're a better driver than I am, Spags. I'm drinking already.
Wow, that's the first time that's ever been said in a stream. So you're witnessing a moment in history here. What are we drinking today? I have a Dogfish Head 60-minute. We're out of the 90-minute. So what do we have?
It's a local brewery here in Burlington called Foam Brews, and this is called Together or Alone.
Ooh,
two
today we're
in the
together.
bed. Yeah, it's actually very delicious.
Today we're together creating content that people should be probably watching alone would be, I would say. Probably not the stream, so watching groups potentially here.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to see if I can get myself some practice going here for a pick that could be going early. In fact, one guy who I think will be top of mind for us is going to be Justin Jefferson. And here is actually his girlfriend while we wait for this room to fill on Underdog. Let me try to get my screen share going over here. Oh man, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare. we're gonna make it work. Tiana Harris is in fact the first we're gonna pull up, and Matt, this is in fact one of the top receivers, potentially a guy who could get 2,000 yards this year. Are you buying in on Justin Jefferson relative to Tiana's Instagram profile here?
Yeah, I am. He seems like a very wholesome guy. I think it's like a high school relationship that they've been having. So like solid guy, making really good decisions off the field. He seems like he's in a really good place mentally and physically. He's popping in all the projections. So, I think we do our best work when our home life and work life is hitting max production. And I think it's going on for Jefferson this year.
Any bonus points for her being a former athlete? Like, is that something where you're like, they're working out hard together? She's maybe even bringing some of her expertise in, because we've heard like about the Amari Rodgers of the world training with Olympic gold medalists. And by the way, I'm going to be completely serious about this one today, guys. I'm not going to be the horn dog. I get to be the real analyst. Is that an advantage, you think, to be with a pro or college athlete at a high level?
Oh, I think so, for sure. They can talk about all the mental side of the game to prepare them for what they he has to encounter each and every Sunday. I think it gives him a leg up.
We're coming up on the clock here, and it does seem like we might, in fact, have Justin Jefferson available to us. Jonathan Taylor, his girlfriend, not on the WAG index. So was there not enough info on Jonathan Taylor out there to get into?
No, there is. It's just running backs. There's not a whole lot out there. Same thing. Jonathan Taylor married his high school sweetheart. Really lovely story.
Are we drafting him because of that, or do we want to go Jamar Chase? Anybody else here jumping out?
Yeah, no, we're going Chase for sure. I'm just pumped we got the 4 because we get to get pick 69 now. This is coming together unbelievable. I can't even believe we're going to get pick 69. This is just
your commitment to the 69 brand is impressive, and I hope equally as impressive as your commitment to that same philosophy in the Mathology veteran.
Wow.
Damn it. I've already lost my serious analyst creds already. It took 5 minutes.
Unreal.
Let's see. Any other girlfriends we could bring up here? We do have some guys, a lot of guys in the first round that we could have brought up. Anybody jump out? So you got Cooper Kupp, you got Stephon Diggs here, you got Devon Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Debo. Any of these guys that we should research on the stream right now?
I think Diggs is an interesting one. I think his ADP should rise off of what he's doing these days.
Okay. So all right. Again, I'm going to jump back and forth. I'm sorry if you are somebody who has seizures out there. It might be a tough time as I jump between an underdog screen and various Instagram pages, but we are in fact pulling up Lil Tay-Tay, LaShante on here, who is going to be Stephon Diggs' special lady. And she is wearing some bright green here. Okay. A little street fashion for him. There. When they're popping a squat like that, that's how you know the guy's getting some quality work back at home.
Yeah. It's getting taken care of.
Let's see. Let's keep going through some of these here. Oh, they have kids together? Is there a MILF upgrade or a MILF downgrade, I guess? Because I could say as somebody right now, I would say, my partner, Alex, a MILF. I'm sure Mathology, your wife as well, the MILFiest of MILFs. I do feel like the baby thing would really throw off your feng shui if you are trying to get prepared to be good in fantasy football.
I agree.
I mean, there we go. That is a MILF bod right there for LaShante, Lil Tay-Tay. I don't think you'd be Lil Tay-Tay if you have a kid. I think you have to be regular size Tay-Tay at that point. All right, let's keep it going here. I'm going to go back to the underdog screen again, jumping back and forth willy-nilly, and hope you guys are playing along with us. Best Ball Mania filling. Are you doing any puppies for yourself, Mathology, or any of the other? Are there any horny drafts out there that'll be a little bit cheaper than Best Ball Mania?
Yeah, I'm blasting on the puppy 3 as best I can, but
you got a shot at maxing it or no?
Oh, hell no.
I think we're at 50% full, right?
Yeah, too busy, and I got a couple in today during work, but it's hard, and the weekends are here, and it's really tough to get into a lot of these. You got to really be a degen big time, dude.
You got to be a degen who's willing to regen.
Yeah.
It would probably be the way that would go. We are on the clock again. We got Aaron Jones, Mark Andrews, Leonard Fournette, wide receivers, AJ Brown, DJ Moore. And do these guys jump out to you, Matt?
Let's grab that tight end. What do you think, Spags? We're trying to win this thing. You like it?
I love an elite tight end. I do think the win rates go up exponentially. Again, bringing a serious analysis here that when you take elite tight end in those first 5 rounds, it does tend to result in you having a higher win rate than not taking one. Give yourself a floor at that position. So I'm with you on that one. And do we have any tight end? Oh, we have a Kittle one. So Kittle would have been an alternative. Let's pull up who his special lady is because I'm curious as somebody, again, as Mathology, I don't know if you've heard this on Splash Play. George Kittle does in fact follow me and we're practically best friends. No, not buying into that one, I guess.
What's that? Sorry.
No, me and George Kittle, of course, BFF. So I'm excited to see who he's bringing to the table as a significant other. Oh, here, we got some Instagram stories here. Let's see what Claire's doing on Instagram stories. Great outdoors. All right. Honestly, not as nice of a backyard as I would expect.
Yeah, he's still trying to get that bag, I guess.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Fitness, seemingly top heavy. So probably helping him do some pass blocking drills. You got to assume.
Yeah. Getting taken care of at home and doing a good job.
You know he's hitting the pads. All right, we're coming up again, so I'm gonna jump back. Boy, this is giving me fucking the spins. Got to push through for the sake of getting all this quality information. I believe we're one pick away coming up, and we are now on the clock, as you can see. So we got DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Mike Williams, Kyle Pitts probably off the board for us. You want to take a running back with Nick Chubb or Josh Allen, who is in fact his significant other on the thumbnail?
Do you think we can get Davis coming back, or should we take Moore?
I don't think we're going to get Davis. I mean, for the sake of the thumbnail, I wouldn't mind taking Allen, but your choice.
I mean, we're trying to win this fucking thing.
So I think that feels like DJ Moore then, if we're actually trying to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, not everybody has to have a girlfriend here. And to be clear, we're going to infer what we can as we go. A lot of the stars. The other tight end that you do have on this list, which I think is an interesting one, Mike Gesicki. So no elite tight ends besides George Kittle. Why does Gesicki make the cut with his significant other? Haley is, I believe her name is right now.
I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. His ADP is sliding the other way. You can get him in like 150s, 160s right now. It's crazy to me. And if you pull it up here, this guy is an absolute stud. Like, I mean, on the field, we haven't seen it, but off the field, he's doing some nice things off the field. If you scroll over, there's a nice boat picture, and I got my fawn oculars here. I'm ready for it whenever you are, Spags.
I don't have my. Hold on, I got my pink ones over here. I could put on for just this occasion. Where, of course, this is our horn dog glasses, so nobody can see your eyes when you're staring at Mike Gesicki's significant other.
We're at the beach with our thong oculars or sunglasses, and we're trying to see what's going on here.
Okay. I mean, I like the juxtaposition of the wedding photos, the bikini photos. She's a versatile woman here, and immediately put that Gesicki name right on her handle, so we know where she's coming from.
And I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe it's shout out Penn State on this one.
Oh, near and dear to my heart, near and dear to my neighborhood that I'll be heading back to later today. So here's Haley Gesicki for you guys. So update the tight end boards accordingly. And I guess, downgrade anybody who didn't make this list at tight end.
Yeah, buy the dip.
Let's see, who else is going to be coming up for us here? We got, looks like we're about 5 picks away, so we could maybe squeeze in one more. We got Allen, Herbert, Mahomes. Oh, Mahomes is on this list, huh? I don't know we want to see his significant other at this point. Maybe his brother, too. All right, let me pull up the screen share. What's been your preferred build, Matt? Because you're obviously in our streams a lot, so I'm going to assume you might err towards more the 0RB build, but are you occasionally spamming running backs early on? Are you being a running back pig, gobbling this up? Like perhaps some of these players are gobbling up their significant others, derrieres.
No, it's definitely 0 or anchor. That's about it. I mean, once in a while, only on like when sometimes I get on with you guys and it's just complete avalanche. I just roll it the other way and I draft up all the RBs and see what happens. But yeah, I think 0 and anchor are the way to go for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I definitely think, down the home stretch for me, I've been trying to take a few more anchor builds because I think that's one I can get behind. A hero RB build would be another way to look at it, where you take that first running back in the first 5 rounds. I'll take another one until at least after the 8th would be what I would say. But definitely some ways to get different here down the home stretch. And if you are new to best ball, make sure to subscribe to this channel because it's not all horniness on here. It is occasionally real advice, real talk about strategy. But today, it's all about the WAG metrics that are going to lead us to the pay window with Jamar Chase, DJ Moore, and Mark Andrews to start it off.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. And then we got ADP and pants going up too from Lunch Connoisseur. Great.
All right, we got a couple guys on the board here that we could take, Matt. We got Waller. We got running backs with Breece Hall, Ezekiel Elliott, Travis Etienne. If you want to keep going wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chris Godwin. Who jumps out to you?
I think Travis at that ADP right there, right?
I don't hate it. I
Yeah.
mean, I think he's certainly
You know?
steaming up, and the puppy getting him at a discount probably still going to be beneficial. There's some reports going around out there that James Robinson might be pulling ahead. We do not want to go on autopilot. That we don't trust the underdog robot to give us the properly horny takes here. But that is a nice little pick of Travis Etienne, and I think he's settled in where he should be. I don't have any thoughts on that methodology, but I feel like Etienne, to me, he was too high before. If he's going after 40, I don't mind it quite as much.
Yeah, no takes, no takes. What's our board like? We got a lot of ship chasers in here, a lot of same
No,
guys.
we got some, perhaps a hyper fragile coming. We'll see what this guy in the one hole does with his 4th overall pick. But I would say one running back pick so far with Christian McCaffrey, Javonte Williams, Alvin Kamara. He's taken Lamar Jackson to correlate with absolutely nothing. But he got Bateman, so I guess that makes some sense for him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so not too much
So
running back piggery yet.
we're getting into that quarterback window, so we need to get our binoculars going, Spags.
Oh, which one are we looking at here? Because Kyler Murray probably a little bit of a reach right now. It feels like maybe another receiver, or Breece Hall is falling as well. If you want to load up on some RBs.
This room, we're okay on this room, right? To let them slide.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's what, Godwin? You want to grab Godwin?
Yeah, look, Godwin coming back up after he started to slide discount-wise in terms of his ADP. He's back at practice this week, so that should be one. Man, stop putting me on autopilot here. This is killing me. Go back. No autopilot, please.
We'll have to keep hammering wide receivers just because he won't really get going until later in the season.
Let's see some of these other girls that we missed on. We got Devontae Adams, significant other, her name is Devon Adams. Is Devontae Adams significant other? I don't love that for him. Be like me dating a Christina, which I would never do in a million years. So let's pull up Devontae Adams.
Matt with a Maddie.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm actually one of my wife's best friends is named Maddie, and I think there's a lovely thing there. Another fellow MILF, I'm sure. So we got that going for us. Here's Devontae Adams, girl mom. Devontae with 2 kids, looking adorable. Does that do anything for you? Obviously, not a horniness ranking, but I do think if we're trying to find player lifestyles, playing for the kids about as strong of a motivation as you can get.
I totally agree, Spags. I mean, getting a bad rap of being like an extreme horn dog, but it's like I think we get some edge looking at Instagram people and seeing what's going on in their home lives. I mean, Devontae Adams to me is a really good dude, making good decisions, having a good life. He's peaking life, so he should definitely be higher than his ADP is currently at.
So relative to the horn dogging, Matt, how are we upgrading the pregos here? Because that is a very specific niche of horn dogging. It's one that personally, I think was a battle for us during our pregnancy. But for you, do the pregos take a jump upwards? Of course, some more milk flowing around, which could be a positive, could be a negative. Yep. I don't know how it goes.
No, it's a positive for sure. And then they're glowing. I mean, these girls are glowing.
Do you have any photos like this in your repertoire?
No, unfortunately, Jenny didn't make me do that stuff. But I do need to ask you one thing, Chris.
Sure.
Did you try the breast milk?
I steadfastly refused to do that. We discussed it, not like in terms of discussed it, like, oh, we negotiated it. We discussed it in terms of like, as a social experiment, would you do it or not? I think Alex might have tried it at some point. For me, that's not necessarily my cup of tea. I think it's not a normal. I think it's not a normal ejaculate. I'm not there.
I'm telling you, it's delicious, especially when it's that gold. Like the first couple of days, it's gold. That's when you got to really try it because it is smooth and it's good.
Things are getting sexy here. Maybe even this could have been you as well with some breast milk. This Vince McMahon gif on the screen. Just gulping it down lightly with a little bit of terror in your eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Chad as well. We got that's a no for me. I've been saying nope. Tyler's saying a post milk bump. Lunchable connoisseur saying he's out. So a split crowd on the breast milk. I mean, I think if your significant other really wanted it, I could see doing it just to support the team. But for me personally, I'm agreeing with the chat for the most part, and I'm glad we could take that informal poll for ourselves.
I mean, we only live once, and you got to experience it all. That's all I got to say.
Here we go. Of course, our guy Lunchables connoisseur asking, did you guys try different positions for different genders? I would say that's probably an old wives' tale, though. I shouldn't reveal. I'm going to say. So I'm going to tease out what my thought is right now for the 18th round. But no, we had a boy with a standard old missionary on our end.
Oh yeah, we were doing everything for a girl and ended up being a girl. So it might work.
The breast milk poll continues on, by the way. It feels like we started this with the most innocent wag roots, and here we are talking about drinking breast milk. That's quickly turned to full degeneracy in the way that I'm sure you wanted.
Yeah. All right, Spags. Are we still in the quarterback window?
We are still in the quarterback window. No correlations really on the board for us right now, though. I would say if Jalen Hurts falls, I certainly wouldn't mind taking him unstacked for us. But we got Tony otherwise. We got Treylon Burks. So a lot of rookie receivers and Jalen Hurts right there for us.
Let's do Tony.
Tony, all right. Kadarius Toney surging up, getting some backfield carries for himself. He does not have anybody on the wide receiver list right now. We're actually quickly leaving some of the window of guys who have Instagram models here, but we do in fact have Deebo Samuel, significant other, as you might have guessed from the thumbnail, with Deebo aggressively pointing at the blurred out face. It is in fact his significant other. So let me see if I can just pull this up fast before we get back on the clock. But his significant other, Mahogany Jones, is her name, which sounds like a 70s blaxploitation sexy like spy name. But here she is, the titular thumbnail, no pun intended, titular thumbnail photo on here as well. So there we go. There's Mahogany Jones and Deebo. She's probably really stoked about Deebo's big contract.
Yeah, really excited. Really excited.
You think, how much of that do you think she got to spend right away?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you got to keep her happy, I'd say.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's some money. Go away.
I mean, look, mahogany doesn't come cheap, Matt. I think that's one of, as you know, as a guy that does some construction, that is the most pricey of woods.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to get that White House like the Dallas Cowboys were doing back in the 90s.
That could be the Niners' new brand for themselves. But we are back on the clock here. We got Treylon Burks. We got Trey Lance at the bottom. Not a lot of great correlations for us at this point, but we could maybe reach for Tom Brady because he's probably not coming back to us. Which way are you wanting to lean?
Let's grab Brady. We need to stack it out.
And he is, in fact, on our big board here of dog traits for himself. So Tom Brady, Matt, going to be with a billionaire supermodel for himself, who's really handsomed him up as well. It's hard to nickel and dime anything with Tom Brady, but are you willing to do so given the fact that we're going to pull up his significant other, Giselle, in a moment?
No, he's the GOAT. Brady's the GOAT. He was doing this early 2000s. He paved the path for Mahomes and all the other, Josh Allen. I mean, Brady's the GOAT, hands down. Off the field, on the field. If you go down, there's like a naked, she's like half naked. Can't really see anything, but like ace.
How old is Giselle? She's got to be like 40 something, right?
Oh yeah, easily.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's that's model. A little bit of Photoshop on that one, I think, but yeah, still bringing the heat.
Yeah, right on the Insta.
Long legs.
Yep. We're on the beach still, looking them out.
How do you think that his ex, Bridget Moynihan, I believe is the one who was around for a while with him? She's got to be the most tilted of any, I think, ex of a former athlete or current athlete, because seeing him be great for another 20 years and also be with Giselle making billions of dollars, I feel like it's a tough combination. Like I would have a tough time swallowing that one, even if I were a famous actress. Yeah,
it's a tough pill to swallow.
Oh, there we go. Of course, I'm swiping away here. Back on the board. Man, this is one of the Herculean efforts I've had to do production wise, where I finally got used to my home screen, got used to having the optical mouse and all that, and now here I am using two laptops. Like I'm literally looking like a shitty DJ in Ocean City, Maryland, as I am.
Oh, you're doing it though. You're crushing it.
Oh, I'm trying.
Is this pick? Oh, we did. Who did we take? We took Tony at 69. I wanted to celebrate 69. Well, I like
sorry, I didn't give you that chance. What would have been the celebration if we did catch it?
I like Tony.
I like Tony too. I don't know that he's a 69 worthy one, though. I feel like Kadarius Toney to me is more of a Pac-Man Jones type of significant other, where he's going to the club, dropping a couple 10 stacks would be my thought for Kadarius Toney.
Oh yeah, he's on the rise on the WAG model for sure.
Let's see, who else do we have coming up?
Now, draftable. And I kind of talked about this in the beginning, but Dak Prescott, his pillow talk over expectation is really nice right now.
Let's see, where's Dak? We got Dak coming up here. His significant other, Natalie Buffet. We'll find out in a second as I pull it up on the screen.
Yeah, we're coming up on our pick though, so we might want to pick twice before we come back.
All right, fine. We'll go back. You're taking it too serious now. What are you more committed to? Dak Prescott's significant other making picks.
I want to ship this thing on 69 so we can come back and do this all next year and do the exact same thing over and over and over and over again.
All right, we got a bunch of QBs coming up on the board right now. Miles Sanders has been falling after basically begging people not to draft him in fantasy so they don't have to harass him running with the second team during parts of Eagles camp. Tyler Lockett, Chase Claypool, Garrett Wilson. Boy, not a lot to love here, Matt. Who do you want to go with?
So this is a huge we need wide receivers. We got 4. Okay, we got 3 and 3.5. Let's take Sanders. Let's just grab
take the discount on Miles. I mean,
yeah.
We're probably running. We could maybe do a hyper fragile depending on your confidence level in Miles Sanders, which admittedly shouldn't be that high. But it does seem like a pick that I feel like he's probably got some Instagram girls in his back pocket somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that old line is really, really good. So hopefully he scores a bunch of touchdowns for us.
All right, let's see. We're coming up in a few more picks. Let's see if we can quickly introduce you guys to Dak Prescott's significant other, Natalie Buffett, or Buffet if you want to go to town on Natalie. God, kill me. Pulling it up here. White dress on the beach, looking classy. This is honestly not what I necessarily would have expected for Dak, who I would have thought maybe had a little more of a country girl to him.
Above expectations, right? I mean, the pillow talk they're having.
Good photo. Going to events with him. Is that an upgrade to see her actually being allowed to go to a red carpet event?
Yeah. This is the guy that's peak confidence going in the 2022 season. And he's slipping in drafts.
I find this photo vaguely annoying, I will say. This one less so, but who's the friend? The friend is the one I think I would be curious about as well. Hook her up with Dalton Schultz, then we can get him on the tight end board. All right, going to pull back up the board. I appreciate all you guys hanging out with us today. Again, make sure you hit the like button. Help me out here. Show me some love and show Matt some love for trying to cobble this together on a Friday. And we're coming up in one more pick. This guy in the one hole did commit to his hyper fragile build and is looking pretty good for himself. But we're on the clock here. We got Garrett Wilson, Damian Harris, Kenny Galladay. Could maybe do a backdoor of Daniel Jones with Galladay if you wanted.
I think we got to go after Wilson later. Let's go Garrett Wilson.
Your commitment to the MILF Hunter is admirable. Garrett Wilson, of course, the rookie receiver on the rise. I'm a little more of an Elijah Moore guy, but I think Garrett Wilson, hard to argue with taking him at this point in the draft.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else
I do have a name on the MILF Hunter, but I'm not ready to really see that.
Okay. All right. So got some other QBs that we missed out on. I feel like some ones that we perhaps didn't know. Oh, here's one that we had on the stream a few weeks ago that I quite frankly think is worth coming up. This QB soaring up the ranks overall. And I think when you see his significant other on the screen, you might enjoy her even more. Trey Lance's girlfriend, Bryn Chandler, coming up on the board for us on the Horn Dog rankings. Trey Lance, he's steaming up a lot. Do you think Bryn has anything to do with that, Matt? The reporting around her, is it making his ADP soar?
I think so. Volleyball player. She's been in, she knows how to get her man pumped up for Sundays. I think she's definitely taking care of him. He's got a lot of confidence on Sundays. So I think he, for sure, is probably, right about that 75, 76. I think you were reaching it once you get up to that 69 number. You're reaching for it.
I like the beachy hair. I'm a big fan. I feel like I've bought it on Trey Lance a lot. I think he's still my highest exposed QB. Hard to argue when you see Bryn Chandler that you're going to have anything to hate about Trey Lance, really, in any aspect of his game. He runs a lot, throws a deep ball, and he has a girl who is a very, that is I believe an F me face is what we might say in the biz, in the football biz, a football me face.
She's good. She's ready. She's ready. Yeah.
Anybody else we should pull up before the pick comes up? Looks like we have a little bit of time left still before our next one. We got Stafford, who's got the elbow issues. Maybe he can get some help from Kelly Stafford, though I feel like now she's more courageous because she fought off breast cancer. I don't know if we can pull her up. How about Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers? Those are mid-tier QBs that we want to objectify.
I'm a Rodgers guy. I love Aaron Rodgers. He's my type of guy.
That's right, because he's now not dating Shailene Woodley. He's in fact dating this girl that we're going to pull up in a moment here, Blue of Earth, it seems like. And knowing what we know of Aaron Rodgers, knowing what you've done in your research so far, where are you feeling about Aaron Rodgers relative to his relationships that admittedly, have come under some scrutiny over the years for perhaps not being on the up and up?
Well, I think Aaron is all about him. You know, I don't want to say all about himself. He's all about just life and experiencing life. You know, he's into edibles. He's into, you know, psychedelics. You know, so he's just experiencing life at a different level than a lot of people that write these articles on. And I think where he's getting drafted, like 110, 113, is just crazy to me. He should be way ahead of like Derek Carr and those guys.
It is a little bit disrespectful for a guy like him, and I think we're one pick away. So let me pull up the other big board. I also have to say that is likely to be the only TED Talk we're going to see on the screen today with some of these girls. But we're on the clock, Matt. Who do you want to go with? We got Robbie Anderson maybe for the Baker backdoor stack, but you are a Zach Wilson guy. Maybe a 3 QB build with both those guys. Rachaad White as well, if we want to do the double for Tampa Bay that way.
Let's do that. Let's get White.
All right, let's do that. So Rachaad White, I'm just going to put him in the queue to make sure I don't miss him. And here we go. Rookie Rachaad White, young legs. I think Rachaad White, I hope he doesn't have a girlfriend for himself because he's going to be on the upswing this year. And I want to see him get a chance to really have his pick of the litter after he is a starting running back for Tampa Bay going into the next season.
Yeah, he's single and he might struggle a little bit this season, but I think down the stretch, he'll make a name for himself. So he'll give us those spike weeks that this roster needs to bank this tournament for us.
I would say with Rachaad White, the one concern would be that he's probably going to be going to strip clubs a lot with Leonard Fournette just for the buffets. So that's the downside.
Yeah.
But Lenny's not fat anymore. He was quick. He was the least fat moment of time for him in the world. It was like 1 month of being fat, and he's like, okay, now I'm ready to go. And it's not fun that way. You want to see full Eddie Lacy where the guy gets fatter week to week, even while doing practices for 5 days.
Well, yeah, Eddie Lacy was a legs and eggs guy. You know, he would be there for brunch. That's what we don't want to see.
That is true. That is definitely not what you want to see. We're coming up in 2 picks. Our build so far, we have Tom Brady, Travis Etienne, Miles Sanders, Rachaad White, Jamar Chase, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Kadarius Toney, Garrett Wilson, Mark Andrews. I feel like a pretty unique build, and we got a bunch of receivers on the board here. Robbie's still waiting for us there if you wanted to go that route.
It's his 8. He's screaming up. Yeah, let's just take him.
He's high in the puppy, definitely lower in Best Ball Mania.
Yeah.
I'll put him in the queue, but nobody else here seemed being. I guess if you want to go MILF Hunter, we do have Corey Davis, who apparently is also getting steamed up quite a bit.
Well, let's wait. His ADP is like 170. Maybe probably not that everybody in this draft is on the stream, but
what is this? Is like what is going on in this draft? Like there are some guys that I feel like are available now that should not be available. Like should be not this high on the board at this point. He's 170 ADP is Corey Davis. Why is he popping up here?
Well, he's been slipping big time in the puppy 3. It's been weird.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's true. I think I've been doing so many puppies. I've been doing, 3 to 5 drafts at a time in those that now the puppy ADPs are there for me. But Robbie Anderson, that being that high, because he was really low in Best Ball Mania. So people must be taking him at like the 110s in some drafts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Robbie Anderson also seems like a pretty big strip club guy. Here's a guy that I'm going to bring to the table for us that I think we need to take a look at. How do you feel about Deshaun Watson's significant other? How do you think she's doing right now?
Yeah. The fact that she doesn't give 2 shits about this is amazing to me. But like she's an ace too. She's smoke.
Jilly Anais on the board here for Deshaun Watson, dealing with, I'm sure, a lot of fun headlines, a lot of fun interrogations in public, playing at Topgolf. Not a great stroke, but not a bad stroke.
Decent contact, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, she followed through with the hips. It's all you can ask. I'm sure her dad must be really proud of her current relationship. Behind every spoiled daughter, there's a dad who's concerned about her quarterback boyfriend getting jerked off currently somewhere in the United States. Well, there we go. There's Jillian Nice. So go back to the board before I get in too much trouble for myself. All right, 7 picks away. It looks like on Underdog. So we'll get going in a moment on here. I'll pull up the big board for us. Some chats. We're all saying Jilly Anus. I don't think that she'd appreciate that at all.
That's great.
White Lancer saying Eddie Lacy was my first ever fantasy draft pick. Year 1 did not go well for me. That's why we don't draft running backs, White Lancer. You don't trust them. They could be fat. They could fucking go to shit. They could be, I don't know, their significant other getting stolen by Deshaun Watson. There's a lot of ways it goes south for a running back. But yeah, Eddie Lacy is really the cautionary tale of all cautionary tales. I
agree.
She doesn't give good massages, though. I mean, they're not professional caliber. She probably gives him the part that he's looking for with his massages, I would think.
What round are we in, Chris? I can't even see the board.
Yeah, we are. I had to go a little bit smaller on the laptop. Unfortunately, we're in the 12th round. It looks like we have pick. These sunglasses are not the most helpful. We have pick 141 coming up for us.
Yeah, we're in that. We need to grab that second quarterback with Tom.
I mean, are we going to reach for Zach Wilson here? Because he is a 187 ADP,
No.
and I know you want to miss out of him given his MILF Hunter branding, but feels like we wait a little bit on him.
Yeah, so what's going on with Watson? You've been in the athletic streets. Like, what's going on? Is he? How many games is he going to miss?
My thought is I think the NFL is going to be locked in. Like it would be a terrible look if he's back for his like 4th game and he has to go play in Houston while there's still legal things hanging over. The Texans had to pay people off just to get them to quiet off the blame that they're placing at their door. So I would think it's not looking good for him to play in the first 12 weeks, but we are on the clock again. Corey Davis remains. We got DJ Chark. Anybody jumping out to you here? Michael Carter?
Yeah, let's get our 4th running back. I'll say Carter.
All right. I like Michael Carter. His ADP has definitely fallen from when I was taking him earlier in drafting season, but if we are going to do this Jets double stack, I feel like that's at least one unique way to get different because Carter's going to get all of his value through the pass game.
Yeah.
All right. We're back, coming back at the clock in 4 picks here. Nothing too surprising in this room. I feel like everybody's actually got pretty reasonable teams, some 0 RB builds, but they're taking RBs in nice windows. This team I like here in the 11 hole with AJ Dillon, Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, though, not looking good for him after the Hall of Fame game.
No, didn't watch it, but I heard a little bit about it.
He was getting carries when he probably shouldn't be getting carries if he is a star running back would be the main concern you'd have for Josh Jacobs, besides his DUIs and general malcontent status.
Just not making good decisions. Hey, where's Isaiah McKenzie? Did he already go?
McKenzie, he's still available if you want to take him here. And I think we can probably wait on Zach Wilson and reach a little bit for McKenzie if you really want to get him.
I don't want to get him. I just want to keep him because we need to stack up that Cincy with Chase at some point.
Also, could get Khalil Shakir late, could get your Jamison Crowder, but I do think McKenzie, if you are going to get a guy, the issue is like his ADP, like he could go at any point and it wouldn't be shocking.
He's screaming up puppy 3 big time. So this is my first like BBM 3 since like mid-July. So haven't really been in these streets much.
I wouldn't mind reaching for McKenzie here, honestly, because like we got the guys we're going to have to compare him to are Corey Davis, Marvin Jones. I do like George Pickens.
But McKenzie, it's up to you. I mean, McKenzie's tethered to Allen, and you can pull up Allen's wife. I mean, come on. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
All right, so McKenzie it is. Let's get Isaiah on the board, on the squad here for, again, a very unique team, but I think we got a lot of upside for our guys. So let's see Josh Allen, of course, another guy who was on the thumbnail with his significant other. No blurring to her, so you know who she is. But let's pull it up on the board. Your little dances bring me a lot of joy, Matt. I gotta tell you, I'm seeing them out of the corner of my eye while producing it, and they're delightful every time.
I love that you have the spreadsheet up.
Oh yeah, that's the wrong link. So if you want to see the dog traits, that's where we came to look at, right? The wags, you just want to see their names on a spreadsheet.
Wag, the dog traits. We got them on.
Let's see your Instagram story is, because that's okay. So nice little candid photo. Josh Allen finding some time to take a couples pic. It's nice for him. Brittany Williams here. I love the dog. Love the dog. Give an upgrade for the dog.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's a girl dog too. Good. I like that.
Yeah.
And here we go. Here's, of course, because I got to bring up the one that's on the thumbnail. Bombshell makeup on her in this one. Like, this is like got to be a good 10 pounds of makeup that she just pulled out of like a cocaine style brick. All right, there we go. So there's Brittany Williams. Now you know the woman who is keeping Josh Allen behind every great quarterback who throws the ball deep. There's a great woman, and we are seeing that right now with Josh Allen. Any other QBs that we should bring up at this point? I feel like we've covered a lot of the big ones. Burrow, we didn't bring up, but people were asking about us passing on him for Tom Brady. Honestly, I just didn't think about it amidst all the moving back and forth from screens. But let's see if we can pull up this significant other because we're 10 picks away, it looks like. We got Joe Burrow, significant other, Olivia Holzmacher. So going with a real Midwest name for her.
Yeah, this is High School Sweethearts. This is a great story. Oh. And that's why, I mean, Joe's awesome. He's on the projector of Tom Brady right now. Like, I mean, I'm hoping that like he doesn't have to have the divorce like Tom did and split families and stuff. But Joe's a class act for sure.
I got to say, the one thing I will point out is she's gone kind of quiet since he started to rise in fame, like posting a few here and there. You can't completely go away, but she's definitely not trying to ride the tide of his fame, which I feel like would be a positive for the rankings that we're trying to do for a fantasy football draft.
Right.
You want a girl as a ride or die. Let your QB have the spotlight, but still, you could be a little bit of a Sonya Curry. Just not Sonya Curry. Who's the wife of Steph? Sonya's the mom.
Steph Curry?
Yeah, what's his wife's name? I forget.
Oh, NBA. I'm not in those streets.
Oh, well, it says almost NBA basketball season, so I guess we won't have the horn dog traits for that one, but we're back on the clock. Bunch of tight ends. Could take a Noah Fant here. Could also lock down Zach Wilson. He's the top QB on the board. Which way do you want to go?
What pick are we? 160s?
Currently at 165.
And Zach's at what, 180?
Yeah, but he is the top QB, it looks like, in this draft. We got Noah Fant as well.
Take Fant.
Okay, hold on. Oh, no, I missed it. Well, hopefully Fant will fall back to us.
Yeah.
Fant would have been logical. We need that bring back for week 17. Of course, Jets, Seattle, the key game of week 17 that you can't miss out on.
You can't. That game's going to go off.
People are right. Ayesha Curry is, in fact, Steph's name. He's not dating his mom, Sonia. He is, in fact, dating or lovingly married to Ayesha Curry and creating adorable children as well. All right, Sam on the board. Of course, Sam, our pal from FTN. I'm sure he is not using the WAG rankings for himself, but perhaps he respects us enough to not take Noah Fant. It seems like that's the case, but these other guys, we don't know if they'll fall in line.
Yeah, let's put Fant on top of the queue for sure.
He's in there.
And I looked at a lot of tight ends. Tight ends are private dudes, man. Other than Gronk. Gronk's not one that's very private.
Kelsey was trying to be famous for a minute, and then he had his stuff aired out against his will with him perhaps being a little bit of a cheapo with his significant other. But I feel like Sam.
Oh,
that's hurtful. Because Sam is always at our Splash Play show, so I feel like that feels deliberate by Sam. Did he have any reason to take Noah Fant? He did eat a second tight end. It's iffy, Sam. It's iffy. Sam going down my draft boards personally after that snipe.
So what do we got left here?
We got Corey Davis still for the double stack. Curtis Samuel, Van Jefferson, Ingram.
Let's get Davis.
All right, Corey Davis. Right? So we are doing the Zach Wilson triple stack with no bring back from Seattle. But I guess, when do you need one from Seattle, really? As we all know, Seattle's a joke of a team, right? That's what everybody says.
Well, we can take their quarterback later.
We could, in fact, take their loving quarterback, their lovely quarterback, and his loving significant other, perhaps in a little bit here. Any other names that we missed out on? Juju is one that is on here that I didn't know his significant other, and I feel like he's pretty public on social media, so I'm curious to see what he's bringing to the table with one Alessandra Giussiato. Interesting. Let's see. Where are you with Juju this year, by the way? Because he feels like a guy that people have steamed up a lot this year, but feels like more of a 69 ADP guy, which, as we all know, speaks to your heart.
Yeah, he's one I'm scooping up for sure. And this is a fling right now. This is it's like last 6-month fling, and it's not going to last. But Juju's one that I think we all need to invest in.
Pepperdine Girls, I could say, is somebody that did go to USC, much like Juju. Pepperdine Girls certainly underrated in the ecosystem, even though, of course, USC better. But Pepperdine here, UCLA here, USC here. Oh, here we go. There now we're talking.
The college.
Grandma Yato here showing up on the screen. You think she says anything inappropriate given the Italian last name and her age about her relationship with Juju?
Well, I'm sure back in 1920s she was a smoke.
I hope so. Hopefully a progressive one who wasn't around any sort of hosing downs of underrepresented peoples. Something like a good civil rights joke to get the people. I'm worried about the WAG jokes, and here I am. Get that one out.
Unreal.
Got to fill an hour somehow, Matt.
So smooth. You're so smooth. I'm telling you.
Got 3 rounds left here.
You are made for this shit, man.
I try my best.
You are made for this, man.
What are we doing here to close out the draft?
You are made on this green earth for streaming this shit. You really are.
Thank you. Here we go. GA asking how's the stream going. I think if you saw that last minute. Delonte West and LeBron's mom is a great story. Great for who? I think Delonte West, based on how his life trajectory has gone since then, really reaped the bad benefits of dipping into the Gloria well. But that's basketball. I don't expect you to know that, Matt. It's okay. All right, we got a nice build.
I follow the Celtics. At least I know West from the Celtics, and I heard about that story for sure.
Yeah, he's people have helped him out, and he's still out there on the streets. So hopefully he gets things going for himself at some point for the feel good story we've all been waiting for. We do need one more tight end. It would have been nice to get Noah Fant. That's not happening. We got a 2-4-8-1 build, so I feel like we're pretty covered at receiver. Interesting receiver group for ourselves. Feels like maybe a late reach for a Buffalo guy. OJ Howard, if we want to do a 3 tight end build, might be interesting and still get a taste of Buffalo, and then you can pull up Josh Allen's girlfriend again.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so let's see what we can wait till the 18th round for that one. But let's see who we have on top of the board. Could also take one more running back. I think wouldn't be crazy here.
What's going on with Davis Pierce?
Davis Price has been it's a backfield that's looking like Elijah Williams has been dominating it for the Niners overall. So Davis Price could still get there as a goal line back, but you're probably waiting for an injury. But as we've seen with the Niners time and time again, everybody's an injury away in that Niners backfield. I saw you had a lot of Raheem Mostert too. If you want to take him one more time.
I got a ton of Mostert. Let's not keep adding that. What's the tight ends like? Terrible. Mac Jones.
Brevin Jordan.
Let's do it. It's your pick, man.
Okay. Oh boy, no pressure.
Yeah,
I'm going to take Brevin Jordan just so we get somebody good for you at tight end who I think has some upside. I know Adam Levitan over at ETR, not a big fan of Brevin Jordan for reasons that are unclear to me, but limited sample size stuff for him last year looked pretty good. I think not having John Mechie in the mix, who would have taken some goal line looks away, I think is a positive for Brevin Jordan. So I'm going to pump up your floor a little bit here with a Houston tight end. And then
don't forget about Goff. Best ball, moderate. Kind of reminds us that in the chat.
I will pull up Jared Goff's significant other, Kristen Harper, who is gaining in fame at an alarming rate. Jared Goff also looking great in camp, according to reports coming out recently from The Athletic as well. Apparently slinging the ball around pretty well. DJ Chark caught a 40-yard bomb from Goff the other day, so they're airing it out in Detroit in a way that perhaps it's all the confidence that one Kristen Harper brings, but I'll wait until we make our pick here because we are in crucial terrain to try to close this out good.
All right, so what do we got? We need a running back, maybe? Potentially.
Running back would make sense. I think we could get away with not taking one because we took ATN decently early, but one more running back feels right, I think. Yeah. Let's see what we got.
We don't have any Denver. I was going to say the other running back for KC that's getting steamed up.
Oh, Pacheco. Yeah, Pacheco getting a lot of first team work. McKissick is too, though. So McKissick is still in the mix as well. I mean, not McKissick, McKinnon, rather. And McKissick is also a decent floor propping up running back, too.
What about taking a crazy flyer on a Seattle running back that no one's drafting?
So you're thinking a Homer Dallas. I would say if we're going to do that because we have the Giants room, I think we could maybe take a Philip Lindsay here and try to leverage against Jonathan Taylor, who we passed on.
Let's do it.
All right. Or we didn't get access to, I suppose. But Philip Lindsay, I feel like, is one of those guys that I don't mind drafting late in drafts at this point. Just in the pure chance he might have put Bell Cow back. I think they're still going to need 2 running backs, even if Naheem Hines does take some of that work. So I don't mind taking Philip Lindsay as my flyer here. And I'm sure that's got to be your first Philip Lindsay exposure, I would think.
Yeah. No, I think the last 3 picks at this point in the BBM3 should just be completely off the board.
All right, so let's pull up Kristen Harper of Jared Goff's significant other so you can see why he has perhaps taken his rise in confidence and seems well positioned this year to make a jump. Detroit, actually kind of interesting team to make some bets on the NFC North. Probably not the most oh, there we go. Open up. I would listen to her TED Talk to go back to Aaron Rodgers significantly.
Pillow talk above expectation. Goff is the leader in the clubhouse. Hands down.
Any bonus points for photos like this where, I mean, first of all, geez, hold on. Hold on a second. I got to go back to that photo. That is an egregious amount of side titty here going on. That is any sort of bump up, though, for her featuring him. Like, she's clearly not the focus. He's not the focus, rather, of her Instagram. But I think very tasteful photos showing them nicely in love. And she is.
It does knock him a little bit because he's passive. So he doesn't really truly have that, alpha dog in him. But he's got that dog in him because he's landing this.
People chat going crazy over Kristen Harper. Yes, Kristen Harper, I think she's an SI model, right? Yeah, so she's not quite an OnlyFans girl, sadly, for anybody out there watching this stream. Anybody else we need to pull up down the home stretch, Matt? Because we got about, I think, one more pick left for ourselves. So we're preciously low on time. 9 picks away for this last pick, as you guys can see on the big board now.
No, I mean, I sent you the ultimate spreadsheet. You got it. It's yours. It's yours to take and carry on from eternity on, and just keep building on.
So let's see. Let's look at the significant other of one of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Okay, interesting. So Donovan Peoples-Jones was one late addition to Mathology's big board of dog traits for himself, or for us all, really. And we could see she is, in fact, a famous or semi-famous MMA fighter who's, I think, at WWE now. Yeah, is what it's saying on her board. Valerie Loretta. So, wow.
Yeah, likes Miami.
Yeah, she is a very Miami type, if I were to try to define that. Right down to the hair.
South Beach for sure.
The hoops, too. Dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Valerie. MMA, I feel like these gals, like if you have an MMA career for a few fights and you're barely competent, you can certainly turn it into an online career like her and Paige Van Zandt have done. All right, 9 picks away. Let's pull it up. And of course, that was in case I didn't call that out. That was Donovan Peoples-Jones, significant other. So update the boards accordingly. And Donovan Peoples-Jones, if you're watching this one, keep her away from Deshaun. Keep her away. Nowhere near. If you see Deshaun in a towel, tell her to fucking head to another state.
Well, those bros are talking. I mean, the connection. Everyone talks about the shower narrative and serial narrative. I gotta think that Watson, when he does come back, and Donovan Peoples-Jones, they got the horn dog narrative, and we need to stamp that for us going in.
Yeah, I would agree with you fully on that one. The horn dog narrative is a tough one. I would say if I were a teammate with Deshaun Watson, I feel like you might have some uncomfortable questions for your significant other, but that's neither here nor there. Last pick on the board, we can go a QB. We got covered at tight end. I think with the double stack for Carolina, it wouldn't be crazy to go with Baker or Darnold here if either of them pop up for you.
It's probably Baker.
All right. Yeah. Baker, it seems most likely to win the job. I just want to make sure we're getting you a nice double stack for this team. There we go. Baker has been drafted. Don't think he made the chart, unfortunately, but we can look at the big board. Our guy Omar in the chat also asking us to sauce his team, first time drafting on stream. And Mathology, is a man who moved up from the gritty streets of the comments to the actual stream. You know what it's like for Omar. So let's give him a little taste of what this could be. And he's drafting in the... Wait, where's Omar? Oh, there he is in the 11. Oh, actually, I like Omar's team. Hold on. Let's refresh real fast. Look at some of the teams that we did and also recap our own team as well. The 69th team, as you can see, with some nice names. Any weird names for you in your drafts?
I got some drawing dead up top.
What's a drawing dead one? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, good wide receivers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's all you can ask. One tight end, though. Interesting. All right. Let's see what our team, though, did. Best Ball Mania 3. To recap it, we got Tom Brady, Zach Wilson, and Baker Mayfield at QB because we did go a little bit later for that QB2. Travis Etienne, Miles Sanders, Rashad White, Michael Carter, Phillip Lindsay at running back. Feels like the running backs were a little thin for us, Matt, but I think that's just how we draft on Splash Play, I think, if we're doing things right.
Yeah, I agree.
Wide receiver, we got Jamar Chase, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Kadarius Toney, Garrett Wilson, Robbie Anderson, Isaiah McKenzie, Corey Davis, and a tight end, Mark Andrews, Brevin Jordan. A unique team, could have been a little more correlated, perhaps. We got our double stacks and triple stacks, really, for Brady and Wilson, so I don't think we'd be mad about that. Let's look at Omar's team for him, and you can tell me if his team is adequately horny for yourself, Matt. That's the question I think Omar wants to know. Let's see. All right, so we got the Brown and Murray stack, which I like. Did he get a second?
Yeah, Murray's there. He's making great decisions.
Yep. Double stack with AJ Green. So Omar, I feel like I like that part. You got Derek Carr going back with Deebo Samuel for the week 17 correlation. Doesn't look like you got a Vegas receiver. The Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs correlation not going to be your strongest one. So I'd say that's one you probably don't want to get to too much. But certainly I think this is a solid team for you, Omar. So kudos to you. And for all the people out there, Mathology, if you have any pro tips for the people who are drafting for their first time, whether it be serious or horn dog related.
Well, I think we all know it's zero RB or anchor RB is the way to go. So just keep hammering those wide receivers.
Yeah, so that is it. Give people a big
Elite
plug as well.
QB and elite tight ends too. Don't be afraid to get a little uncomfortable there.
Yeah, we're going to keep drafting here, of course, on this channel all month long. Make sure you are checking Mathology out in the Deposit Kingdom Discord. Any plugs, anything that we can do, any small business plugs that we can give. Of course, we've propped up Island Mortgage Kings in the past, local pasta companies. Where's the Mathology construction biz going? People can have you build a house for them.
No, all good. Just actually get your friends. Let's get this thing to 1,000. So we can do like $1.69 tips, $2.69 tips. Let's tip this thing so we can get some bonks, and we can go to the beach. We can look at some bikinis through our thinoculars.
Yeah, very inconspicuous. When you pull those up, nobody's like, "What's that guy doing?" They all go, "Ah, it's totally normal, totally regular behavior."
I'm looking for the sharks in the water, the dolphins, or the fish. They don't know I'm looking at the thong, so
that's. There we go. Classy behavior, of course, to bring to the beach. We appreciate all of you guys watching today. Any final words to people, Matt, before I give us some final plugs and close us out?
Take it away.
All right. So thank you to Matt for joining us. Thank you guys all for joining us. Again, subscribe to the channel. We are dangerously close to 1,000 subs. And once we hit 1,000 subs, things are going to get crazy on here. We'll have that Pete Drunk stream. The show, of course, will be here itself exclusively, starting with the NFL season, starting with NFL Week 1. So get in the mix on the Splash Play channel now. Follow me at Chris Spags. Follow at Mythology on the Deposit Kingdom. And, of course, tune into the show coming back on Monday with Pete. And I'm going to hit that outro. We'll see you guys on Monday. Bye. Come.